Hello, Francisco. How are you doing today?
Hola Jorge, good morning. How are you doing?
Not bad. Here we are, another week.
One more week,
One
going
more
to
week.
talk about Spain.
That's true. Okay, let's go with our musical intro. Hello again, everybody, to whoever is listening to this wonderful, fantastic, and beautiful podcast called Spanish Loops. Francisco, we don't
Oh,
have here no one giving us or throwing us flowers, so what about if we do it ourselves?
there we go. We are the best. Yes.
Yeah, we are, of course. Okay, well, chicos out there, our topic this week is going to be about a character that is part of Spanish history, but also very much involved into United States history. It's one of those people that they passed by discreetly, obviously very important at the time, but it has a little corner in American history, which it could be an important little corner. At the same time, here in Spain is one of those number of characters that goes, like it's kind of shadowed in our history lessons in Spain. And that person is Francisco. Who is that person?
Nobody else than Bernardo de Gálvez.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's the one.
So, who on earth is this guy? Well, the issue, the momentum of this person, it is he was known as a hero of Pensacola.
That's right.
If
Correct.
people go to Pensacola, they're going to learn about Bernardo de Galvez. Obviously, today we're going to give you the other version. We're going to give you the Spanish point of view of what
Correct.
happened in Pensacola.
Hmm. But what about if we say, because I don't know why, I just want you, or me if you want to, mention where he's from.
Oh, please do. You have to say where he was born.
He was born in a little town called, it's a very difficult name, Macharavillaya, only like about half an hour away from Malaga, my hometown. Yeah, so he's in the
Yay.
Malaga County, Malagueño navigator and explorer and politician and warrior as well. So he's from there. That's right. Yeah.
So, yes, this gentleman who was born in 1746 in
Hmm.
this little town by the city of Malaga, your hometown, he is an amazing character. I don't know why here in Spain we don't study him because we do you did you know anything about him when you were a kid? Because to me it was like nothing. I
Well,
mean, oh,
I
you're from
do.
Malaga,
No, 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 but no,
okay.
but wait a minute. It's not that because I know about him. And you're gonna laugh. Everybody's gonna laugh about it. In that town, I will say the name again, Macharavillaya. It happened that when I was very, very young, in my late teens, and I was just partying all the time, especially in weekends. Is Macharavillaya is not right at the coast. It's like about 20 minutes inland, but from the town you see the water. So it's a
Okay.
beautiful city, it's a beautiful town. And it was a time in the early 80s where there were many houses that they were abandoned and they were reconverted into disco clubs. Okay.
Okay.
And I remember the place because it was my very, very, very first bad time with the drinking thing at the time. And I remember the hangover I had the morning after. And I slept there in some friend's house and I discovered there's a little museum dedicated to the family of Galvez, right? And still open. And that's why I knew about that because of a hangover.
Oh, well, at least it's a reason to know about a
Yeah,
historical
that's
person,
right.
but
That's right.
maybe not the best thing to learn. So if there are children listening to this podcast, alcohol is very bad. You should never
Oh,
drink.
yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah.
Really bad. Really
Eh,
bad. Yeah.
okay. So let's go back in time. Let's take ourselves to the first part of the 1700s.
Yeah.
1700s, it's the moment when in Spain we have what is called Nueva España, the new
Hmm.
Spain. Uh, what it's a what today is Mexico, part of Florida. It is Louisiana, what today is Louisiana. It is it, all of that area. Okay, it is Nueva España. The father of Bernardo Gálvez, he was the viceroy in that
Hmm.
area. Okay? He
That's
was
right.
the representative of the crown of Spain in the New World, okay, in this
So,
side.
politically talking, it was like a vice kingdom.
Yes, it was a vice kingdom, and he
Yes,
was the viceroy,
got
okay?
it.
The vice
Good.
king, the second king, or yeah. The thing, what happens is in this moment there's a lot of war. We have the Spanish kingdom is crumbling down. Okay?
Hmm.
We're not anymore the big empire. The two empires that are right by us here in Europe are the French one and especially the Brits. The Brits are beginning to conquer what today is the United States. The
Hmm.
French are conquering, well, they have half of Africa, but they're conquering what today is Canada. So
Hmm.
with the French, we can not a big problem, not a big thing. The problem we have is with the Brits. In 1763 is when we have the peace treaty of Paris, and in
Hmm.
this peace treaty, Spain loses Florida. Spain loses Florida, more than Florida, from the Mississippi River to the east.
The East. That's right. Yeah.
But Spain gains from the French. Okay, so we give from the
Well,
Mississippi to
it
the
was
east,
like a
shifting
exchanging
chess. There we
exchanging
go.
positions. Yeah.
So from
Yeah.
the Mississippi to the east is given to the Brits. From the Mississippi to the right, Louisiana, the French give it to us, to Spain. Okay? What happens is that everybody wants to control from the Mississippi to the east. Why? Well, it is the closest point to Europe. It
Hmm.
is a strategical place, especially the coast, to control the Gulf of Mexico, all of that area. You can control Cuba, you can control Mexico. So
All the
trading,
islands in that
all the
circle.
islands.
Yeah.
So it was a very strategical place.
Hmm.
The Brits are very good at getting all of these little places around the world that control special places. I mean, let's think that for over 100 years, the island of Menorca in the Mediterranean, that today is Spanish, it was
Was
British.
the British. Yeah.
What about Gibraltar? It controls all the traffic in the Mediterranean. So
Hmm.
then you have the, in Argentina, what is the name of the Malvinas?
Yeah.
Right?
The Falkland Islands.
How call them?
Falkland Islands.
That one.
That one.
If I say it's gonna sound bad, fuck, it's okay. Falkland,
Falkland Islands.
Fuck land.
No. This. Come on. Go
Okay,
on.
those islands, you know
Go
what I'm
on.
saying. Anyway, the thing is that the Brits are taking positions everywhere around the world to control the trading. They're the best at doing that. This is a moment when Bernardo de Gálvez, 2 years later, he is sent in 1765 to Louisiana, and there is where he is going to be the governor. He is 65. He goes first to the United States. He comes back, and in 1776, he becomes the governor of Louisiana.
Hmm. Correct.
Louisiana, at that moment, it is the headquarters of the Spanish crown in the Americas, in the United States. Okay,
Yeah.
again, it's not the United States yet, right?
Yeah.
It's the land.
Wasn't it
At
called
this,
Spanish Louisiana?
it was the Spanish Louisiana.
Correct. Okay.
So at this moment, he's a sailor. He's in the army. He's especially a very, very clever mind. Okay? And
Hmm.
he has a command to stop the Brits. And at this moment, it's not just let's stop the Brits in the United States. What we need to do, Spain needs to do, it's have the Brits entertain or having trouble in the Americas so they don't come here to Spain to invade us. So we need to, this is a strategical thing, okay? If the Brits are having trouble in America, they're not going to do anything in here. That's why Spain is like, should we go into war? We don't want to go into war. Spain is not into war with the Brits. Okay, in 1776, we're not in war with the Brits, but we know that at this moment, Washington, George Washington,
Hmm.
he is starting this huge revolution to get the independence from the Brits.
Hmm.
This is where the moment where Bernardo de Gálvez, it is when he arrives to America, to Louisiana, this is the moment where he is. Uh, he is going to help. He understands that Washington needs help. One of the big sentences that Bernardo de Galvez said, that he said that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. At this moment, obviously, if the United States, Washington, wants to independent from the Brits, the next one is going to be try to get independence from the Spanish.
True. Yeah.
So he knows that in the future, Washington is going to be, let's say, the enemy. So he is the enemy, but whoever is attacking Washington are the Brits. They are now my enemies. Let's go against the Brits. It is a moment when he controls the Mississippi River. Okay, Bernardo de Galvez, he's the one who controls the Mississippi River. We have to understand that on the 1700s, rivers they were the railroads at that time.
Yeah.
All the goods they're going to be shipped in the rivers.
Yeah, they were the communication trails.
There we go. It was the communication trails. It was whoever controlled the big river, and that is the biggest river. I mean, it goes all the way from the north to the south of the United States.
Yeah.
Whoever controls this is going to control all the trading. And what he controls is the mouth, the beginning, okay? The connection from the ocean into the river going up. So he is going to control the guns, the ammunition, the clothes, the medicine, everything to go to fight against the Brits. We supply all of these things. Here in Spain, there's a little bit something that happens. We're talking the moment when King in Spain is Charles III.
Yeah.
Okay. He knows that here where I come from in the Basque Country, there's a tiny little town called Getaria. Okay? And in Getaria, we are fishermen. We're fishermen and we are fishing cod. And all around Spain and part of Europe, we
fishing cods in North Atlantic.
We're fishing cod in North Atlantic. There we go. And from here, we deliver it, we dry it with salt, and we deliver it to a lot of parts of Europe. So the port of Getaria is a huge, huge port, and it's paying a lot of taxes to the central government. So the king, Charles III, he's a very clever guy. He says, okay, port of Getaria, if you guys give me a fixed amount of taxes, I will not control how much cod comes in.
Wow.
And the people in Getaria said, okay, how much do you want? And he gave us a very high, we had to pay a lot, but we didn't care. Because from now on, we can bring in as much fish as we want.
As they wanted, yeah.
So this is like, okay, what a big deal. Is that, what does it have to do with America? Well, the thing is that the second part of this treaty with Getaria, it was, the king said, this way, I'm not going to control whatever comes in or goes out of the port of Getaria, which means I am not in war with the Brits, but I cannot control what ammunition, what clothing, what medicines can be shipped from Getaria to the United States.
Oh.
So the king is just covering his back. He's saying, okay, the United States needs a lot of ammunition, needs all of these weapons, needs all of these medicines. I'm going to give it to them so they can fight. And hey, I don't know. I cannot control that port. I'm not sending it. It's not me sending it. Those Basque people are.
Okay, Francisco, could it be a relationship in between sending ammunition, especially ammunitions and machine guns or cannons, whatever it was at the time? The fact that in the area of the Basque Country there is a lot of iron, or there used to be a lot of iron mines.
We do. Here we've had a lot of iron mines, and we have a lot of foundations, a lot of
there you go. So yeah, there is one thing linked to the other and so on.
We have been very big producers of cannons and cannonballs around here. Also, you have to think that very close to here we have Burgos. Burgos, it was the central place for wool in Spain. So all the wool was shipped to the Basque Country, or was taken to the Basque Country. We would do clothes and ship them to the United States.
Okay.
In the United States, they would arrive to the hands of Bernardo de Gálvez. And Bernardo de Gálvez, he will send all of these goods, all the medicines, anything they would need at the Mississippi River to fight.
To
He
fight.
was
Ooh.
a
Wow.
key supplier for the fort of Pittsburgh. So
Oh, there you go.
Pittsburgh was taken
Right.
thanks to the support of Bernardo de Galvez.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Saratoga. Saratoga was also taken with all of these things that they were taken from the Basque Country to the river mouth of the Mississippi River and up, and then deliver to the fighters and all the independence movement and everything that was going on there. In this moment, George Washington, and Bernardo de Galvez, they become very close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that Bernardo de Galvez is going to do, he's going to do two very important things. The first one, he's going to get along very well with Native Americans, which is one of the things that we don't learn about. We always say how bad Spain was against Native Americans and all of that. Mr. Bernardo de Galvez made sure that all the natives, they had the rights and they were normal citizens. Right? And the other thing he did is he welcomed, in all of this war, there's a lot of people moving in and out. He would welcome a lot of fighters, independent people, try to, okay, let's come here. This is a safe place. This is Spain. This is not the Brits. So it is a very beautiful moment, okay? Because it's like we're not into war with the Brits, while we're supplying the whole thing, which I think is great. We have to wait until June 21st, 1779, 1779, when Charles III says, enough with it, we are going to war against the Brits.
Oh, right. Okay. Here comes the action.
This is the moment when Bernardo de Galvez says, yes, sir, I get it. Now I can attack.
Yeah.
Now I can attack. Now, before it was smuggling goods up, this is the moment when Bernardo de Galvez says, I can go for the Brits. What was going on, we learned, we had spies and the whole thing, that the Brits, they were going to invade Louisiana. They were going to invade the Spanish kingdom.
Yeah.
So Bernardo de Galvez said, they're coming in 2 months? Hell no. I'm going to get ready everything in less than a month. Don't say anything. We're going to attack them. So Bernardo de Galvez attacked the Brits. He got all the weapons and especially all the boats. And now they're Spanish. They are ours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Brits retreat and say, we're gonna be strong. And there's two big stronghold, British stronghold. One is Mobile and the other one is Pensacola. Mm-hmm. In March 1780, it's a big fortress, Mobile. And this is the first thing that Bernardo de Galvez is going to attack, okay? He's going to attack Mobile, and it works. He takes Mobile from the Brits. At this moment, George Washington and Bernardo de Galvez, they are talking to each other constantly. And this is when George Washington says, Pensacola, which is the headquarters of the Brits, it is the place to go. Mm-hmm. I need you to take Pensacola. Bernardo is only 23 years old. He is a general commander. He is a young, brave guy. And Pensacola, he goes there with 1,400 soldiers and 1,400 sailors. Mm-hmm. The Brits have there almost 2,000 soldiers and almost 1,400 sailors. So the Brits are much stronger than us.
They are almost double the size of numbers. Yeah.
Pretty much, almost double the size. Yeah. Especially in soldiers, in army. Mm-hmm. So everybody's like, that is a difficult one. Okay.
Yeah.
So what can we do? To top all of that, we are very good sailors. But there's one problem. Our boats, when they're loaded with all the cannons and the cannonballs and everything, they go down, and the Bay of Pensacola is very low. So the boats can barely go through. So it's very, very difficult for us to get our big navy to take Pensacola. Mm-hmm. people are like, no, we're not gonna do it. We cannot do it. The the vibe of the people, the soldiers, is like, we're not gonna do it. This is not okay. We're gonna go down. We're all gonna die. This is not okay. Well, Bernardo de Galvez, he gets on his boat, Galvez Town, and what he does is March 18th, 1781, 1781. He gets himself, by himself, on the boat, and he says a sentence that says, Yo solo y el que tenga valor que me siga, which means,
Just myself, whoever is brave enough, follow me.
follow me. Whoever has value, who has honor, follow me. So this all by myself. It
Mhm.
is, I mean, imagine the soldiers is like, this guy's crazy. He's gonna get killed. It's like, no way. He's like, yeah, you could no. And he goes by himself. That's why he's known as the hero of Pensacola.
That's right.
He,
Yeah.
he goes by himself, and the rest of the army follows. Okay, this is the moment where all by myself, I'm gonna do it, and the rest of the army, if you are courageous enough, you will follow me. Imagine the bravery, the that
Yeah.
empowerment that this guy gave to his soldiers, okay, to his troops, and they took over Pensacola.
Yeah. You know, Francisco, that winning the Battle of Pensacola, um, earned him to get a spot in history as a true hero for American history. Do you know that?
Yes. Well, he got that in the United States. What about in Spain? What did Charles III give Bernardo de Galvez? Well,
Yeah.
he gave two things to him. Well, one of them was money, and the other one, the honor to put in his coat of arms a boat, which was a Galveston, okay, and another thing in his coat of arms, it says "Yo solo," all by myself,
Mm-hmm.
okay, which is in
Yeah.
honor of this Battle of Pensacola,
His
so
bravery. Yeah.
his bravery. So imagine after
He
this,
also got into the nobility of Spain, right?
yes,
Because
he was
he
noble.
gained what was he a count?
I think he was a count.
Count of
Yes.
Galvez, yeah, and also isn't it a big town in a big city in the States named after
Yes.
him?
There we go, Galveston.
That's right. There you
Galveston is named after Bernardo de Galvez.
go. Hmm.
Obviously, we're Spanish. We say Galvez with a Z at
With a
the end.
Z, yeah,
Americanized, that Z turns into an S, Galvez. Right?
correct.
So it's Bernardo de
Hmm.
Galvez. For us, Bernardo de Galvez. But he becomes a national hero. George Washington, he said that Spain and especially Bernardo de Galvez are one of the big influences or one of the reasons why the United States is an independent. And
Hmm.
when George Washington marched on his first Desfile de la Victoria, how do you say that in English? Victory
Victory
parade?
parade, yeah, victory
Parade?
parade, yeah.
The person who was riding on the right of George Washington was Bernardo de Galvez.
Mm,
So,
there you
I
go.
mean, imagine how important it is. He is so important that in 2014, the Senate of the United States gave the title to Bernardo de Galvez an honorific U.S. citizenship.
Yeah, it was Barack Obama, right?
Yes,
Who signed the order, and correct me if I'm mistaken, but I think that his portrait, Bernardo Galvez portraits, hangs in the capitals in the U.S. Capitol's founders room, isn't it?
there we go. It is in
With
the,
other big key
yeah, the big,
figures
big, big
in
names.
American Revolution, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
So,
right. I mean, it is hanging there. It is,
mhm,
the portrait of Spanish from Malaga. It is hanging there. If you go to Pensacola, in Pensacola, you have a statue of Bernardo de Galvez on top of his horse. So
mhm.
you have all of these tributes in the United States. And here we have no idea who Bernardo de Galvez is, which to me it's a pity because come on, what an amazing character. He was 23 when he took over Pensacola. I mean, what a guy, what a courageous, he knew
Mm.
what his army needed. He was like, we need courage, I'll give it to you. So
Yeah. Francisco, I've been just by accident one night in Florida. That was
Okay.
because I missed a connection flight from Miami to the West Coast, so I had to stay. It was just one night, and I didn't have time to do anything. I mean, Florida is so huge. I mean, compared to countries in Europe, one state could be as big as any big country in Europe. But one of my things in my bucket list is to go to Pensacola,
Yeah.
just to know a little bit of this part of history. And also, there is another couple of things. One of this is the big museum that has Dali as well in Florida. It's a
I don't.
collection from a private family that now is a foundation. But that is one of the reasons why I want to go to the next time I go to the States. I'm gonna find a couple of days, three
Time
days maybe,
to.
to visit Pensacola and these other things that I have to do. There is a little sad part about the history of this man, isn't it?
Which one?
He died too young.
Well, I mean, in every battle he got, he was wounded.
Yeah, yeah.
So his
Mm.
health at the end was not very good. I don't recall why he died. What was he?
Oh, he had it was kind of like what today could be called a kind of a septicemia, something
Okay.
like that, regarding so many injuries he had through all the battles, etc., etc. And he passed when he was only 40 years
Yeah.
old, right?
He was,
And
imagine.
yeah, and it's he was buried together with his father, that he was the viceroy. Okay,
Mhm.
he was also the viceroy of New Spain. That was basically what today is Mexico. But now he's buried. He was buried then and still buried there in the convent of San Ferdinand Church. That's where he's buried.
In
And
what city? In Mexico?
no, yet in the States, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as far as I remember, okay,
Okay.
don't take this for 100% for
Okay.
granted, but
Right.
anyway, I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure that if you Google that, you'll find it.
I cannot wait to go to Pensacola
Yeah.
to because history can be told obviously from many viewpoints, many points of
Hmm.
view, and here we're sharing the Spanish point of
The
view.
Spanish point of view,
And
yes.
so obviously I would love, I can't wait to go to Pensacola and learn
Yeah,
what they say about
yeah.
Mr. Bernardo de Gálvez.
Hmm. And
Oh,
Galveston as well, right?
Galveston. Yes, I would love
Yeah,
to see some traces of Spain history in there. It's like,
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to see all of
We
that.
uh, we may do in the future some podcasts regarding what states in America has some connections with Spain. Don't you
Yeah.
think, Francisco, that could be a good
Well,
topic?
I think we could do, like, we need to think about it. One of the topics
Yeah,
we'll be thinking is like try to find
a
some Spanish
connection.
connection
Hmm.
with each state of the United States. I
Hmm.
mean,
Oh,
states
that's a
like
big job, you
Florida.
know.
No, but states like Florida or New York or I don't know, California are easy. But when you talk about Nebraska,
Oh, wait, Francisco, something just coming to my mind. And also to everybody out there who's listening to us. Hey, because United States of America is a melting pot of so many cultures.
yeah,
And there's been many diasporas from all over the world to the United States. I know, and that will be another in a future chapter about it, that there is a bunch of big, huge bunch of people from the south of Spain that went to North America and the Hawaiian Islands in the early
yes,
20th century. So if you have any, or if you know, I better say, any connections about the place where you live or where your ancestors arrived, please share with us.
yes,
Share with us
that would be
because that
so.
will be a very good starting point to this topic. Connections in between each state of United States of America with Spain. We would love to have that information. Don't you think, Francisco?
Oh, I think it would be great. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And if you want to share, our email is SpanishLoops@gmail.com. And please, just even if you want to say, hello, guys, we follow you. Thank you.
we would love to hear about you
Yeah,
guys.
about that. Yeah.
Another thing guys can do, you could, I don't care what platform you're listening to this, if you're watching us on YouTube or in Spotify or app,
Ding,
any
ding,
type of
ding.
platform.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, give us a like, please. We would love to have a couple of more likes in all
Yeah.
of our videos, and subscribe because it's a great help.
Mhm.
And well, I think that's pretty much all we want to talk about the Spanish connection between the independence of the United States and Spain.
And Spain, that's right. Well, this is everything for this week, guys out there. Thank you again for your loyalty. Francisco, thank you for your speeches as instructive as usual. Thank you
It's
so
been
much,
a great
everybody.
pleasure.
I will see you next week.
Jorge, it's been a great pleasure. Shall we see each other next week?
Mhm.
We love you, everybody, on the other side of the waves. We shall see you next week. Adios,
Okay.
amigos.
Adios. And as usual, we want to thank all our listeners for being there every week, letting us sharing our talks. Follow us in Spanish Loops in Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or your favorite platform.
And in Instagram, you can find us as the Spanish Loops Podcast, no spaces altogether. If you want to find us the quickest way, just Google Spanish Loops Podcast and you will find us. Hasta la vista, amigos.
See you next week.